So as we get ready for the golf season, we have a lot of junior golfers here at Atkinson, and we're adding new golfers all the time. And a big question that always comes up is what should we do about golf equipment for our junior golfers? So it's really important for the juniors to have clubs that are properly fit for them, just like with adults. And oftentimes I find that juniors come in and they have either clubs that are too short, or in a lot of cases clubs that maybe that they borrowed from their parents that may be too long and too heavy. So when we go through club fitting for our junior golfers, we're looking at a few things, and we want to make sure that they have the proper length and weight golf equipment. So some of the reasons why we look at that is properly fit golf equipment is going to obviously make hitting good shots easier. And we have one of our junior golfers here, and we're going to kind of go through why it's important to have a properly fit set of golf clubs for your junior golfer. The other thing is that it helps them to get the ball in the air, because if the club's not fit properly, it makes it very difficult for kids of different sizes and strength and ability to be able to get the ball in the air. The other part is swing plane. So making sure that if a club's too heavy, it might be hard for a junior golfer to get that club back on the proper swing plane. It might just be too heavy. The other part is speed and tempo. So again, if a club's too heavy, too long, it's going to be difficult for that junior golfer to be able to create and establish a good swing speed and tempo. And of course, having a properly fit golf equipment will help your junior golfer to create the optimal hand speed and the ability to rotate and hold their balance through their golf swing. When we look at fitting children or junior golfers for golf equipment, much like adults, we're looking at the length of the club, the weight of the club, how that club shaft flexes. So there's different shaft flexes in junior golf equipment. Lie angle, which is very important. So lie angle is definitely going to affect ball flight if the lie angle's off. And grip size, because certainly with juniors all the way through adults, we have different size hands, and we want to make sure that when we're gripping the club that we're gripping it properly, typically in the fingers, which means that we want to make sure that the grip is sized appropriately for the golfer. A good rule of thumb as it pertains to driver fitting for junior golfers is that the height of the driver should be about their height times 66.7%, about 2/3 of their height for the junior golfers. So we do a lot of junior golf equipment fitting here at Atkinson, Willow Creek Academy, and we do have a lot of success with one of our companies called US Kids. And what US Kids has done is they've come out with a great program where they have clubs for all different size children and kids. So we actually have a measuring system where we'll measure the child, and based on their height, US Kids has a color code that's associated with the height, and then they have two different models depending on the junior golfers, basically their club head speed, and we can match it up to make sure that they have the appropriate length and shaft flex to match up with their skill level. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this out to our teaching studio, have Zach here hit a couple shots, and we'll show you how having the properly fit clubs is going to make a really positive impact on your junior golfer. So I just want to show you what happens when you have a properly fit golf club for your junior golfer. And what we're going to show you here is how the line angle makes a huge impact on junior golfer's ability to control ball flight and hit the ball straight. So right now, Zach's got basically an adult-sized club, okay, and he's going to hit it. Nice swing. So, you know, good swing, but what happens with the club that's too long is that you can see that his club's making impact on the heel right here, okay? And what happens then is that because the club is making impact on the heel, okay, it's going to tend to cause the ball to go to the left. Okay, and regardless of whether he puts a good swing on it or not, the ball is going to have the tendency to go to the left because it's making contact with the turf through the heel of the club. So now I'm going to have Zach take a properly sized golf club for his height, okay, and make a swing. Nice swing. Good job. Okay. And now you can see the difference of where his club's hitting right in the middle of the club, and so as opposed to the heel. So with this club being the proper height for him, when he makes contact with the turf, it's hitting right in the middle, and it's giving him a much better opportunity to hit solid, consistent golf shots that he can control time in and time out. Good job, Zach. Okay, the other important thing, and I see it a lot with junior golfers, is that they come with drivers that are much too long for them, and again, it makes a huge impact on their ability to swing the golf club properly, create enough speed, and control the ball flight. And as you can see, this is a typical junior golf driver, okay, that's kind of a one-size-fits-all type of club that I see in a lot of junior sets. So for instance, as you can see, this club's almost the same height as Zach, certainly not at that 2/3 of his height that we want, that would be ideal. So when Zach goes to hit this club, he has to choke way down on the grip, which leaves a lot of the shaft above his hands, which is going to impact the weight of the club. It's going to impact his ability to swing it. It's going to get in his way when he's trying to get his body through impact. And go ahead and hit, Zach. Nice swing. So, you know, a nice shot, but could it be better? It probably could if he has a proper fit driver. So what we do is we take, again, his height and we match it up to the proper length. And as you can see, you know, there's quite a difference between the two. And this driver right here is the proper length for Zach, based on his height right now. And we're going to go ahead and set up to that ball. And as you can see here, there's, you know, he doesn't have to choke down. Now the club's it's the proper length and the proper weight for his size. And he can go ahead and swing. Good swing, Zach. All right, and a nice shot, and definitely more controlled and more consistent with that driver. So bring your junior golfer down to the Willow Creek Golf Academy, and we'll get he or she fitted up for the proper golf equipment for this coming year.